India, you will communicate to us.
He's a Karnataka man, he's a Kannadiga almost. And it's a courtesy call. And he visited this metro project and all that. And of course, according to him, there is some delay in execution of the metro. And for the second phase, we require 26,000 crores. We look forward all the help from Government of India. And I have already requested Finance Department of Government of India to float tax-free bonds. I hope that I may get the approval from the Government of India.
Even though this seems as a step forward, don't get excited just yet. In order to balance the financial strain on the government, certain changes in the existing metro service are being mulled over by the top officials.
The project metro by itself, by mere transport alone, will not be viable. There will be a heavy burden on the state also. So that being the case, we have to search other avenues like non-transport revenue, utilizing the campus, the premises for commercial purpose of the stations, for commercial purposes, food courts, ATMs are coming up. Lot of commercial activity can come up, which can take care of this revenue loss. Otherwise, any metro train by itself cannot be a profitable proposition.
Even though that may seem like good news, what is important to know is that the government is also mulling over a fare hike in the near future. But considering the current traffic conditions in the city, won't you be willing to share exchange for a hassle-free ride? A News9 report. BMTC seems to be worried about the not-so-impressive turnout for its hop-on, hop-off service, and the corporation is now going out of its way to promote this new initiative.
The hop-on, hop-off buses were introduced with much fanfare last month by the BMTC. A fleet of 7 AC Volvo buses were launched as part of the service, which have been modelled on the lines of sightseeing services of some great cities of the world. The buses take passengers to 22 tourist destinations in the city like Sankey Tank, Jawaharlal Nehru Planetarium, the Vishveshwaraya Museum and Tipu's Palace. And for spiritual seekers, they have the Dodda Basavanna Temple, Gavi Gangadeshwara Temple and the ISKCON Museum.
People who are living in Bangalore and people who are coming to Bangalore from outside, they should get an opportunity to see all the important places in Bangalore. Maybe historical or religious places or entertainment places, because taking individual buses or taxi and then covering all the point, it is not possible in a daytime, and the taxi is very, very costly. The whole idea is that on a very affordable price, people should get an opportunity to see Bangalore.
But looks like the BMTC is now worried about the turnout in these buses, which haven't been impressive ever since their launch. As a result, the Transport Department has started a host of marketing initiatives in a bid to increase passengers for this service. A desperate BMTC is now stressing on marketing. As part of their new strategy, the Transport Corporation has started a promotional fare where the ticket rates have been slashed from 250 rupees to 150 rupees per person. Not just that, the BMTC is also looking at tie-ups with hotels, retail outlets and ticketing outlets by paying some commission to them. The corporation is even ready to extend complimentary services to bulk customers like companies.
The purpose of promotional charge is that let the people feel it, that how good it is and how easy it is to cover Bangalore in a single day. And the promotional offer is very cheap, like 150 rupees for the whole day, starting from 8 o'clock to 10:30 in the night. And not only that, after completing the whole tour, you can go back to your house in any of the BMTC buses. That itself will cost you more than 50-100 rupees. It's almost like a free round you are taking to Bangalore. And for children, it is 100 rupees.
The BMTC is hoping that with the promotional fare, the collections will increase over this weekend, but feels that it will take another 6 months before the service starts making profits. But several passengers who have been burdened by the frequent hikes by BMTC are seeing red over this generous approach. Harish Upadhyaya, News9, Bengaluru.
They staged protests demanding better prices for their produce. That is understandable, but putting motorists to misery is definitely not something that all appreciate. Here's a report.
Well, sugarcane farmers have been protesting across the state, demanding the dues that sugarcane factories owe them for the past 3 months. In fact, the factories have not paid them the appropriate price for the last 8 months. Farmers, especially from the northern part of the state, were urging the government to intervene and talk to sugar factory owners to pay them their dues. The government had announced a support price of 2,500 rupees per ton, but the factories purchased sugarcane at lesser than the support price. The farmers are alleged to have sold their produce for 1,800 to 2,000 rupees to the factories, and no factory was ready to pay them the support price announced. The farmers are alleged to have sold their produce for 1,800 to 2,000 rupees to the factories, and no factory was ready to pay them the support price announced by the government. On the other hand, the farmers allege that the present government has 3 ministers who own sugar factories. Obviously, they don't want the support price to be fixed at 2,500 rupees per ton. Their high-handedness in the issue is annoying the farmers to a large extent, as some farmers were alleged to be contemplating committing suicide if the government did not intervene. They also alleged that the government had promised them a subsidy of 150 rupees per ton but has not paid them either. According to farmers, the factories owe them a massive amount of 3,500 crore rupees going by the support price announced by the government.
ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ ಕೇಳಕ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಭಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಆದೇಶ ಮಾಡಿದೆ 2,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಟನ್ ಕಬ್ಗೆ 3,500 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬಾಕಿ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. 1 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಹಣ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಮಗೆ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಅವರೇ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಗಳಿಂದ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೋರಾಟ.
The farmers were adamant to continue the protest till the government made the payment on behalf of the factories or asked the factory owners to make the payment immediately. They were ready to court arrest but not back out of the protest. For the last 3 months, farmers were staging protests at district levels. In fact, they were threatening to stage a protest in Bengaluru if the government did not act to get their dues. But the Siddaramaiah-led government ignored their threat. And today, scores of farmers gathered at Freedom Park and held a big protest.
ನಾವು 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಸತತ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹಣ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ರೈತರು 1 ವರ್ಷ ಕಬ್ಬನ್ನು ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆ ಕಬ್ಬು ಕೊಟ್ಟು 8 ತಿಂಗಳಾಗಿದೆ, 20 ತಿಂಗಳಾಗಿದೆ. ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್? ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೇ ಭದ್ರ ಬುನಾದಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ನೌಕರರಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಳ 1 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಲಬಲಬ ಒಂದು ಭಯ ಪಡ್ಕತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತದೆ. ರೈತ 20 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಸಾಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಬ್ಬು ಬೆಳೆದು ಹಣ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಯವರು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಸಚಿವ ಸಂಪುಟದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ 3 ಜನ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಯವರು ಕುಂಭ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಧ್ರುವ ಬಗೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
The government reacted late in the day to the farmers' protest as the Food and Civil Supplies Minister arrived at the spot and promised protesters about making arrangements by the government.
150 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಹಣವನ್ನ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಬಾಕಿ ಉಳಿದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಹಣ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ರಮ ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯಾಯಯುತವಾದಂತಹ ಬೆಲೆ ಏನ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಕಬ್ಬು ಬೆಳೆಗಾರರಿಗೆ, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಏನು ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ, ಆ ಘೋಷಣೆಗೆ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಗಳು ಸರಿಯಾದ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾನೂನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಏನೇನು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ.
But the protest caused big traffic issues from Majestic to KR Circle. The motorists were stranded on the road for long hours, cursing the protesters. Traffic movement went haywire as the protesters chose to lie down on the roads, blocking vehicles. Though one understands the plight of farmers, one certainly hopes that their protests don't become a nuisance, creating massive problems for motorists. Anand Burli, News9, Bengaluru.
And well, a soldier who had lost his limb while defending the country's border has made India proud in the recent Paralympics last February. Lance Nayak Anandan received a grand welcome today at the Madras Engineering Grounds near Arthur Lake. All the soldiers were dressed in crisp uniforms and saluted as Lance Nayak Anandan walked past. Despite having lost a limb in an altercation at a border in Kashmir, Anandan went ahead and participated in an international event. He won a gold medal in 200 meters running competition and a silver in 100 meters sprint. And a proud moment for the Indian Army, Lance Nayak Anandan, who was fighting, who was placed at the Kashmir border and fighting, faced an altercation and lost one of his limbs. However, he put up a courageous face and went on to participate in an international event and went on to win a gold medal and a silver medal.
He's a very brave and motivated soldier. Despite his injury, where he has lost his left leg below the knee, he has overcome this disability in the finest traditions of the Indian Army and our country and done us proud by taking up the challenge, practicing with a new prosthetic device, and then winning a medal in the 200 meters and gold medal in 200 meters and a silver medal in the 100 meters at the recently held Paralympic Grand Prix athletics meet in Tunisia. I am sure that he has the potential to win a medal for India in the upcoming Asian Games in South Korea in October.
And well, yesterday we showed you how Bengaluru has become the home of several priceless paintings by late Russian artists. Well, today we show you how the city...
Every day we use teapots, shelves, drawers and boxes. But here is the Sante where the same articles have a touch of tradition and folk art. Artisans who are skilled in cultural and folk art have come to Bengaluru to set up stalls and share their work with everyone who is interested. If you're a lover of art which exhibits different cultures, these handmade items are definitely worth a try.
The Sante is basically, Sampoon is famous for bringing all sorts of art craft from all over the states, from all over India. And about 150 or so stalls, quite a few artisans from all over the place. So we are from Bangalore. Just like that, a lot of other people also have come bringing in their crafts from all over the place.
You can find tribal art, hand-painted folk art and traditional designs from Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Gujarat here. From carvings and paintings on wooden rain sticks to stools, miniature tables and shelves. All are so attractive and pleasant to the eyes.
I work on regional folk and tribal art of all over India. So as you can see on my products as well, on tea kettles and bells, canisters, they are all hand-painted. See these canisters, which we call pipas, you don't see in the houses these days because these things have been replaced by new things, plasticware.
A unique artwork seen at this Sante are pots and wall hangings made of cured bottle gourd. The artists have evidently found a unique use of the vegetable. Some of them are even seen working on new art pieces as numerous visitors gather around their stalls. The kids seem to love the colourful and lively environment. Many were seen playing with bows and arrows sold at one of the stalls. Organised at Chitrakala Parishad, hundreds of artisans from across the country and even Bengaluru worked together to set up more than 150 stalls. And they're definitely happy with the response.
Response has been great so far. We're looking forward to a nice weekend with Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hopefully the weather will cooperate and not have rains. And I think we should be good.
The artists are looking forward to a busy weekend. If you want a taste of the different traditional and folk cultures from across the country, all you have to do is visit this Sante. Shobha